So Judy, I put the person that was here in the waiting room. So I'll just wait till 9 to start admitting everybody, so that I'll not be asleep. Judy, Judy,
Yeah, you called me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Judy. I wanted you to make Molade a co-host, but don't worry, I can make her. I just realized I'm a co-host.
Okay. Is she in?
No, no. She's not in yet. She's not in.
Yeah, I think it's when she's in, that's when you can make her post.
Yes.
So okay, people are coming in.
Yes. Thank you, Benedict, for joining in. Okay, we'll just wait till 9 so that we can start the session. Hopefully others can join as well. Ayodele, welcome to the workshop. We're waiting till 9 so that we can address everyone. And we just want to give time so everybody can join in.
Good morning, Owe. Welcome. Good morning.
Did I see that? Good morning, Gideon. Is that you? Okay, welcome to the session and welcome to everybody. I'm just waiting till 9 so that we can start the session.
All right.
Some other people are also finding it difficult to join in. So um yeah, so we're just patiently waiting till 9. Thank you for availing yourselves.
Good morning, Adebisi.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning.
I can good morning, Francis. Welcome.
Yeah,
We are
good morning.
waiting till 9 a.m.
Okay, but can you hear
Yes, you
me?
were saying something. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. So we'll just wait for 5 minutes to allow people to give room and time for people to join in. So when once it's 9:05, we would start the workshop. Thank you very much. So to those that just joined, we are waiting till 9:05 so we can start the session. So I'm doing this as to give time for people to join in. Okay, so while we are waiting till it's 9:05, I would really appreciate if you write your full name, your phone number, and your network provider, as well as what you currently do, if you're employed, unemployed, or a business owner. You can drop it in the chat box. Thank you very much. While we are waiting till it's 9:05. So I'll just repeat what I said: your name, your phone number, as well as your network provider. Network provider in terms of, are you using MTN, Glo, Airtel, any network provider? Then I would like to know your job status. Are you currently employed? Are you unemployed and searching? Or are you a business owner? Thank you very much. And if you don't mind as well, if you're employed, we would like to know your job role.
There is this a recommended?
Okay, thank you to everyone that has dropped their information. Okay, nice meeting you, Evans, Harrison, Martins, nice meeting you as well. Can you drop your number, network provider, and your job status? Are you employed, self-employed, or unemployed and searching? And if you're employed as well, I would like to know your job role and what organization you're currently working in. Okay, so it's currently 9:05, so I'll just start. While as others are coming in, I'll just repeat the announcement. Okay, so thank you so much for availing yourselves for this workshop. So before I start, I would just like to know how you're feeling. So I just want to get a feel of the room and our alumni. So how are we feeling this morning? You can unmute your mic and you can just quickly tell us in just one word how you're feeling this morning. Or if you cannot unmute your mic, you can drop how you're feeling in one word in the chat box. Okay, Benedict Adeyemi said he's feeling expectant. I'm very sure that we are going to meet high expectations. I'm very, very sure. Oluwatobi said he's feeling, I think he meant excited here, but he missed a C. So he said he's feeling excited. Amino said he's feeling, his word is anticipating. Yes. Okay, so anybody else? I would like to hear some people's voice this morning. Can you just, if you can unmute your mic and just in one word, how you're feeling, your name and how you're feeling.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm
Good
Ifeoluwa.
morning.
I'm
Okay,
feeling
good morning,
great.
Ifeoluwa. Can you repeat yourself?
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Ifeoluwa. I'm feeling great and excited.
Okay, thank you, Ifeoluwa. I'm happy that you're feeling great and excited. Thank you for coming, for breaking the ice and coming off mute. So she said she's feeling great and excited. Anybody else wants to share how they are feeling this morning? Gideon, I haven't seen how you're feeling this morning. Are you daily? I don't know if you have. Okay, I don't know who this iPhone is, but the person said he or she, they are feeling motivated. Boogie's
Good
iPhone.
morning,
Oh,
everybody.
good morning. Oluwatobi, do you want to say anything? Okay, Gideon said he's very happy to be here. Okay, so let me just close on that. I think I've received majority of the house and how they are feeling this morning. So as for me, I'm feeling very happy this morning. I woke up quite early and I'm just feeling energized for this session, and I hope you are as well. So I'll just go ahead to introduce myself, and while I'm introducing myself, I'm going to unmute. Sorry, give me a second, please. Okay. I'm so sorry for that technical difficulty. So I was experiencing something with my laptop. So like I was saying, um I will just remove my video. I'll just show you my face so that you see how I look like and not just hear my voice. I'm going to show you my face and and introduce myself, and as well as my team members who are here to support me today. Okay.
That will be fine.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see me. I know that the lighting is not good. I'm going to try. Okay. So correct. So my name is Idara. Some of you might know me, some of you might not know me. My name is Idara, and I'm the alumni strategist officer for WeWave. And I'm also in the CS department. So welcome to your workshop officially. Your workshop, maximizing LinkedIn to get a job and to showcase your business. So I also like some of my team members to also say hi to all of us, to all of you on this call. So Sylvia, can you tell us hi? Sylvia, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So the question is that how are we all feeling today? Well, I am feeling excited for this workshop, and I can't wait to actually learn one or two things from this session.
Okay, thank you very much, Sylvia, for coming off mute and saying hi to everyone. Obey, are you on the call? Can you quickly say hi to everyone on the call?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm feeling excited and I'm anticipating. Hope we're all good.
Okay, thank you, Obere, for checking up on all of us. So somebody's here, Lovette, she's asking what this meeting is about. Okay, so it's a workshop for WAVE alumni, and the topic of this workshop is maximizing LinkedIn or optimizing your LinkedIn to get a job and to showcase your business. I hope you get that, Lovette. So I'll just go ahead and introduce the session. So yeah, so before I start, I would just like to see your emojis, your fire emojis in the chat section that shows that we should forge ahead with this workshop. Just your fire emojis in the session. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your fire emojis in the chat section. Okay, I can see Aristotle, your fire emoji, Benedict as well, Abigail, Amino, thank you very much. Idowu, iPhone, I can see that you gave us a thumbs up. Damola, I can see your fire emoji. Idowu, you gave us a spark. I don't know if that's a spark or something, but I know that's not a fire, but that will pass. Okay, so I think that will be it. Okay, so our guest speaker is current. Okay, Babatunde, thank you so much for dropping your fire emoji. So it just shows that we are ready to have this session. Okay, so I would like to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker, before I say her name, she's the CEO of WAVE. I'm very sure that most of you must have seen her in the posters and the flyers that we sent to your group chat and also on our WhatsApp status. So she's the CEO of WAVE. She's very passionate about women and youth empowerment. She's also in the learning development space as well. So I will just call her name, so maybe she can speak more to herself. So I would like to welcome Molade Adini. So yes. So Molade, you can come off mute.
All right.
Can
you see me and can you hear me? Morning, Idara.
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you.
Okay, all right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You know, I've been told to not assume that it's morning just because it's morning for me. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello, whatever time of day it is. I'm so excited to have you all here with me this morning. I wanted to speak to, what's her name? I was reading her chat. I think it's Lovette, who thought she may have been coming in for an interview. Lovette, trust me, even if you thought this was an interview, it's not. It's going to be a powerful 90-minute session or so. So I need you to stay in the room, Lovette. I need you to please stay in the room. I guarantee you, you are going to get a lot out of this session. So can you please confirm you can hear me clearly? So I have a fan somewhere in my background and I know how those fans can distort voices. So can you all confirm? Okay, great. Okay, I see some amazing people in the room as well. Thank you all for joining. So we're going to get started and we're going to get started into this session. This is a quick intro into LinkedIn, how to use LinkedIn, how I have leveraged LinkedIn and how you can leverage LinkedIn to improve your personal brand, to find a job, to increase your visibility, and even if you're running the business as well. Idara has already helped me with some sort of icebreaker, but I have to do my own because I have to kind of feel the pulse in the room. So I always say, right, the energy you give me is the energy I'm going to give back at you. So if you want to see me on high energy this morning, I need you all to please give me some really, really good energy. Just as Idara mentioned, my name is Maladi Adeni. I have the privilege of being the CEO of WAVE, West Africa Vocational Education. I like to call myself the chief servant, only because all of the amazing people in this room, they do all of the groundwork. And they make me look good when I go out and talk about WAVE. They're very passionate about the work they do. And I'm really, I'm so proud of my team. Welcome to this alumni workshop. This workshop was put together for our alumni, but we also extended it, and we have a lot more people who are joining us that may not have interacted with WAVE at all. So let me talk very, very briefly about WAVE and what we do for those who may not know. So we're a not-for-profit organization, and our focus is tackling youth unemployment. How do we do this? You might ask. We're focused on giving young people, specifically between the ages of 18 and 35, the skills that they need to make them job ready, so they can access job opportunities and they can improve their livelihoods. We have a flagship academy in Yaba, and we also work with a lot of technical partners. So from soft skills to technical skills, such as basic digital skills. We've also, done a little bit of, we have some partners that do a little bit of entrepreneurship skills as well. So we are basically about empowering you to give you the skills you need to be able to access the jobs in the market. I'm going to please ask that if you're not speaking, let's stay muted as much as possible. The alumni team who put this together, they're responsible for, just keeping up with the alumni. So they put together workshops. Please let me know if my internet goes at any point. I'm trying to make sure on point today. Can you still hear me? I think so. Okay. I'm seeing my internet is unstable. That's why I'm checking. Please let me know if at any point my internet is unstable. I'm trying to have a second internet on standby. Can anybody still hear me? Can anybody still hear me? Please confirm.
Yes, please go. We can hear you.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. So the alumni team. All right, thank you. So the alumni team, they work with all of our alumni to sort of help them push forward. We're going to be doing a couple of things this morning. This is a very practical session. But before I do that, I would like to. Someone's unmuted. Team, can you help me keep an eye on the participants? Make sure everybody stays muted. All right. Someone's still unmuted. Please help me, team. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get to know each other just a little bit more this morning. Idara has already asked everyone to drop their names. I also want to know where you're joining from. So from Lagos, Ibadan, America, Canada, wherever you are, UK. Drop one interesting thing about you, and then do you have a LinkedIn profile? Yes or no? So just drop it for me in that order. So my name, like I've said, is Maladi Adeni. I'm joining from the beautiful city of Lagos in Nigeria. Something interesting about me that people don't know, I use this all the time. I need to find another interesting fact. I play netball. Netball is like basketball, but it's not really basketball, but I play netball, and I have played against the national team for Ghana as well. And yes, I have a LinkedIn profile. Otherwise, you should judge me for taking this class anyway. So let me see who we have in the room. I want to see your name. I want to see where you're joining from. I want to see something interesting about you, and I want to know if you have a LinkedIn profile. How are we doing? Where is everybody?
Hi, my name is Colin.
Okay, Collins, can you type in the chat box for me, please? I would really appreciate that. I love to hear your voice, though. And thank you. I only see Lucy and Abigail in the room. This is a room full of, we're almost 45. Please type your responses in the chat box. Okay, Susan from Lagos, and you have a LinkedIn profile. Susan, something interesting about you. We would love to know something interesting about you. Please share with us. Patience, I see your hand. If it is to answer this question, please put in the chat box. Lucy is joining from Lagos. She's a foodie and she has a LinkedIn profile. Bidemi is from Lagos, tourist lover. Okay. So begin to take note. So I love this question. Begin to take note of those that you are kindred spirits with. and you can quickly connect with because you have there's something interesting that you both have. Ifeoluwa is from Maryland. She's a lover, I guess. And she has a LinkedIn profile she follows with. Thank you very much, Ifeoluwa. Benedict is from Lagos. LinkedIn importance is very innovative. Khadija loves cooking. So Lucy, you need to connect with Khadija. She loves cooking. You guys will make a great pair. Visiga is from Lagos, a goal setter, has a LinkedIn profile. Sadiq from Lagos. Collins is a risk taker. Abigail loves art from Lagos. Aminu has no LinkedIn profile. Okay, so we're getting, let's keep dropping those and let's just keep reading on those facts. But I'm so excited that all of you are here. So thank you all so much for joining this morning. Let's get into the business of the day. Right, LinkedIn. What is LinkedIn? I didn't want to assume that everybody knows LinkedIn and everybody has a LinkedIn profile. Some people have, they're not active. Some people don't have, but just very quickly as background, right? LinkedIn is the largest business-oriented networking website and is geared towards professionals. So it's a professional networking website. So you know what we've been doing this morning, the chit chat, the talking, the getting to know each other, that's just networking. Networking is how you interact with someone else. LinkedIn has over 500 million members, wow, in over 200 countries. So there is no one place where you can find so many different diverse people than on LinkedIn. And it gives you the ability to showcase your profile, your expertise, to get recommendations, and also to connect. I've connected with some amazing people that I would never have been able to connect with without LinkedIn. So you can see that LinkedIn is an extremely, extremely powerful tool. Someone might be wondering, okay, so what? What are the benefits of LinkedIn? Why do I need to have a LinkedIn profile? One, you gain, and this is why I know most of you are in the room, and that's why I put it on the top. You gain exposure to hiring managers and recruiters instantly. A lot of people hire via LinkedIn. With LinkedIn, you can demonstrate your knowledge, you can demonstrate your credibility and your leadership expertise. You begin to, that thing that, what I think Abigail said she loves art. So by using LinkedIn, you can show your love of art. You can talk about your knowledge. You can showcase your work. You can talk about the things that you do that makes you tick. With LinkedIn, you have the opportunity to also talk about things that you're passionate about. You can use LinkedIn as a research tool. So are you trying to write a paper? Are you trying to, figure out information about someone? LinkedIn is a powerful way of doing that. It has a great job board. Don't worry, I will show you all of these things. You can gain social proof for your skills and talents. So people actually can recommend you and say, yes, you know what, I know Molade has this skill. The person that says I'm a risk taker, somebody can come and say, yes, I know that Wasiu is a risk taker. And because he's a risk taker, these are some of the things that he has done. Instantly, you gain credibility. You can follow companies that you love, follow companies that you love to work with, get job alerts. You can join professional groups as well and talk about all of the things that you're passionate for. So my question is, why not LinkedIn, right? There's so many benefits. So let's get down to the meat of the matter. We're going to talk about your LinkedIn profile and what it looks like. So I'm going to be sharing my LinkedIn profile with you all in a way to kind of guide you through some of the things with LinkedIn. And what I will ask, please, is if you have your LinkedIn, if you have your laptop or you have your phone, I need you to please go and get your LinkedIn profile and follow me as I'm speaking. If you don't, I'm also going to give you some time. I'm going to give you some time to open up a LinkedIn account. It's very, very simple. Just type www.linkedin.com and you can sign up very, very quickly. So let me give you, 2 minutes. If you have your LinkedIn profile open, I want to see you thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up in the chat so that I can continue. I desperately need everybody to be on LinkedIn, on their LinkedIn profile for us to be able to do this. So please let me see those thumbs up. If you don't have it open, open it up, because there's no way we're going to get the best out of this session if your profile isn't open. It's less talking, it's more practical work that I want to see. We've talked about the why of LinkedIn. We've talked about so many things. So please, thumbs up. I see that. I want to see more thumbs up. I want to see more thumbs up. I want to see more thumbs up. Great, great. I only have about 5. Maybe when we get to 10, I will continue. I want to give everybody time to please open up their LinkedIn profile. And if you don't have one, I'm also stalling a little bit for you to open one up. It's so easy. It's free. There's no cost to it. Just type in your web browser, linkedin.com, www.linkedin.com. LinkedIn is LINKED in. So LinkedIn, like connected, linkedin.com. Great, great. I see those thumbs up. I see those thumbs up. Great. So if you open your LinkedIn, just go to home, first of all. If you're on LinkedIn, go to home. You should be able to see, of course, our pages are going to look very differently. But if you look at my home page, on this, you can see on the left side, you see my profile. The middle part is what we call the feed, your YouTube feed. So you see all the feeds, all the people that I follow, all the people that follow me, etc. On this top little spot up here, you can start a post, you can add a picture. We will come and talk about that, don't worry. On this top strip, that's what I love the most. This is where you have home, you have my network, you have jobs, you have messages, you have notification, and then you have me. If you keep going, you can add to your feed. LinkedIn gives you recommendations of who to follow based on your interest, based on your industry, etc. So if you're not even sure who to follow, it gives you recommendations as well. And then you have this little messaging pop-up here. So when you get messages, it comes to here. So that's just your LinkedIn home screen when you kind of look at it. Where I want us to focus on initially is where this me is. So you can see me. If you don't already have a picture, there won't be a picture there, but we're going to talk about all of those. If you click on the me, you will see your view profile, a button that says view profile. I need everybody to click on their view profile right now. So let me know when you're there. Let me know when you're there. View profile, view profile. I want to also see additional thumbs up. I'm there, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. I just want to be sure that you are following me. Guys, this is LinkedIn 101. So if you don't have your LinkedIn open, you're not going to get the most out of this class. So Ireti is there already. Who else is there with Ireti and I? Great. Stanley is there as well. Okay, I see all of the I'm there. So right now my profile is completely complete, right? I say completely complete. Tautology right there. Great, great, great. But this top section here is where we call like the introductory section of your LinkedIn. There are a couple of things that are in this introductory section that are important. Now, this is the first thing anybody who's searching for you, this is what they're going to see. So you need to ask yourself, what is it that I'm positioning myself at? So let me see another thumbs up. Now I'm calling people out. Who is saying, I don't have a profile picture? I don't. There's no profile picture. Put your hands up. I don't have a profile picture on my LinkedIn account. So what is there right now is just blank. There's nothing there. Nobody knows how you look. Nobody knows whether you are a male or a female, because names are very unisex, right? So some people you just have nothing. It's just blank. You haven't spent the time. I see some hands that are raised. You don't have a profile picture. Now let's do this. We're not going to be able to go through it, but I'm going to show you how to do this. And your homework is to make sure that you go and update. So when you are here with the top section, there's this little edit button. This thing, it looks like a pencil or a pen. If you click on that edit, it brings you here. It brings you where it says edit your intro. So put in your name and your last name. That's what's extremely important. Name and last name. Please remember that I said LinkedIn is a professional networking site. So you can't have nickname. So for instance, people call me Molly, P Molly, so many different names. It's a professional site. How do I want to be addressed professionally? Put your full name, first name, and your last name. There's this interesting thing, but it can only be done on the mobile app. Name pronunciation. I love it. I loved it when I saw it. You can't do it on the computer. I'm on the computer, but try it on your mobile app of LinkedIn as well, which, by the way, you should definitely download. What happens is you can call out your name on how your name should be pronounced. Therefore, whoever is looking you up from any part of the world, if they don't know how to pronounce your name, they can actually click on this. I haven't added mine, but once it's enabled, it will actually calls out your name. So people know how to call you. I've been called Molade, I've been called Molded, I've been called Holiday, but I can actually put there, my name is Molade. And that way people, begin to learn your name. The next section that I want to talk about is this section called the headline. I have slides and I'm happy to share my slides afterwards so you can look through. But I thought the best way to do this is to really go very practical rather than, talking through slides. Let's see it. Now, this headline here, this headline is extremely important. You have about 220 characters or so. But like you can see, it's what people see first when they come into your profile. So asking yourself, what do I want people to know about me? What am I passionate about? What am I doing? So for instance, am I into agriculture? So I'm a farmer who is into sustainable farming. Or I'm an entrepreneur who sources for certain kinds of products. What is it? This headline needs to really captivate people. Or I'm a HR professional who's passionate about helping people become the best that they can be. People development is a big thing for me. Mental wellness is a big thing for me. Whatever it is, this is your opportunity to let people know what you do. It's also an opportunity to maybe add some accolades as well. So let's read mine. Mine says I'm a social entrepreneur focused on solving youth employment across Africa, across West Africa. So instantly, if anyone is looking for someone to tackle youth unemployment, it's there. If you're looking for boundaries like in West Africa, it's there. I'm a social entrepreneur, it's there. Some keywords for me that I put here: empowering youth is what I'm good. I like to do. I'm a public speaker. I'm also an Acumen fellow. I'm a perennial fellow. Those are, I used up all of my words. I didn't even leave any spare at all. You have 222 characters or so, use it up. But this headline is extremely important. So how many people have a headline? Thumbs up to say, yes, I already have a headline. I put a headline. It's an important, it's an asterisk anyway. You should have it, but maybe your headline is just one sentence or one word. Build it up to be able to captivate and capture people. Then your current position. If you've already filled the positions in underneath, you can pick one from here. You can add a new position if you choose. What industry? This is a field where if you begin to type into the field, it comes up. So mine says civic and social organization. I'll put that back. But imagine if my industry is oil and gas. The minute I begin to type oil, it says, and now it's not coming up. Why is it not coming up? It should naturally come up. But the minute I begin to type, it should come up. But let me go back to civic. Yeah, you can see that it's coming up. Civil engineering came up when I typed civic and social entrepreneur. So you just have to type terms to understand what your industry is. So it might be petroleum, it might be banking, it might be, not that. So maybe my sector is banking. You can see that it automatically comes up. So it's a field that automatically fills itself. Education, again, your last education from your profile, which I will show you is there. You can choose whether to put education in your intro or not. It's up to you. I would say if you're job seeking, you definitely want to put your last education there. Your country, again, as you're typing it, it comes. You can be very granular and put in city, but it's not needed. Contact info. So here, how do you want people to contact you? You have an opportunity to put email. You have an opportunity to put phone number. I didn't put a phone number, but I put an email, and I always get emails. Because in job seeking, for instance, how are people going to get hold of you if you haven't filled this section? Remember to always click on save, and LinkedIn will always tell you that you have saved successfully. So let's wait for it. Internet, don't fail me today. Don't fail me today. If you're still with me, can I see your emojis in the chat box? Yes, so you see save was successful. Always make sure that you have that. So we come back here, if you have a website. So for those of you running businesses, for those of you who already have a website, make sure that you include your website link on here, your personal website, your business website, make sure that you have it on here. Once you're done, you click on save. Again, make sure you always click on save before you leave. Otherwise, LinkedIn will actually ask you, you've made changes, do you want to, you haven't saved them. So it's pretty good. It doesn't allow you to do all that work. But already my I'm saving my intro here, and we're going to go back and look at my intro.
Hello, Molaji, are you with us? I think her network is having, I think she's having network issues. Um,
So
yes,
the
I think she
internet
has.
got stick. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
Oh no. What are we going to do? You guys start praying. For those of you who know how to pray, please start praying for this, my internet. It must not cease today. So I'm right back. Let me, I have 2 computers, so hopefully I can see what's going on. So I wanted to show you, this is my profile, and I was talking about if you don't save it, I don't think my saves work. So let me try and close it. Yes, so you will get this message automatically that says here, are you sure you want to discard the changes you have made? Are you sure you want to discard the changes that you have made? Can we see that yet? Can anybody hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes,
I see hands raised up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
I can hear
Molaji.
you, Molade.
All right. All right, thank you. You guys praying hard enough for my internet. Please help me out here. So what I was trying to, can you see my screen still?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so what I was saying is it's breaking. So please pray harder. The connection was so fine this morning. I don't know what's going on. Am I still breaking?
It's somehow breaking.
Okay, Idara, I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and change my connection. Can you give me a couple of minutes to do so?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'm going to go on video, and maybe while I'm doing that, everybody can begin to work on their intro section of LinkedIn. I promise to be back in just 2 minutes. Okay. But can you hear me better now? Is it better? I can continue if it's better.
It's
Yes,
better.
you can continue.
It's better now.
I can hear you.
Okay, okay.
That for my end.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you all very much. Right, so I was trying to show you that if you type in things and you forget to save, and you just click on the X, LinkedIn will ask you this question: are you sure you want to discard changes? Therefore, you can either discard, or if it's no thanks, it takes you back here and automatically you can save your profile. So that's saved, and that's the first half. So now let's go back to my screen here. Here, my name. This is the headline that I was speaking to. This is where I work currently. This is the last education that I have, and that's what you have here. I want to talk about your picture, your profile picture. If you just click on where the picture is. So for some of you, you have a picture, some of you don't. Just click on where the picture is. You have the opportunity to edit it. You have the opportunity to add a photo. You have the opportunity to add different things. And you also have the opportunity to show who it's visible to. So if you're hiding from someone, you can hide. But honestly, you want to make your face visible. I always say, try and get a professional headshot for here. If there is an investment that is worth making, it is for a professional headshot. You can get one as little as 5,000, depending on where you go. And the benefit of a professional headshot. So don't take a phone, don't use your phone to take a camera, to take a picture. I know phones take amazing pictures these days, but try and get a studio professional shot. It just shows you in a good light. It's not about the makeup, it's not about the clothes that you're wearing, but you know, you want a picture that shows you how you, I always say, how would you like to be addressed? So it shouldn't be fuzzy, the picture should be clear, preferably with a smile, but you don't have to if you're not a smiley person, but make sure you upload a picture. And how do you add a photo? So go to add photo and then upload a photo. Now, if it is on your phone, it's a photo that's already on your phone. If it is on your laptop, it means that you must have saved the photo somewhere and you just navigate to where photo is saved. That's how you upload. You can also use a camera, right? You can use your phone camera or your what's it called, your laptop camera. I'm not very big on that, like I have said, but it's better to have a picture than not to. So if you click on use camera, it will automatically, can you still see my screen? I have a pop-up here that says LinkedIn wants to use my camera, allow. It won't, because I'm on Zoom, it won't be able to do it. If I wasn't, it would have been able to access my camera. So that's the two ways of doing so. But I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to add anything to it. So I'm going to go out of there. I come back here to my profile. I've uploaded my picture. The next thing that I have is this picture in the background. For many, many people, a lot of people don't have anything in this background. You just have the blue LinkedIn profile. Can I see a show of hands? How many people have uploaded anything in this background here? Yusuf and Taiwo, I see your hand still up. I'm going to lower your hands because I'm assuming it's a legend hand. But in this back, you have uploaded. Benedicta, well done. You are one of a very few people. A lot of people don't use this. And I always say that it is another way. Remember, I'm saying that this intro, right, is what people see first of all. So you need to make use of every single thing that you're seeing here. So what I have done is, and the way to do it is edit, right? You can edit your back, it's called a background photo. Edit your background photo, go down, you can change photo, it's a photo. So again, it's the same way, change photo, you can upload, etc. What I put on my background photo is a quote that I love from somebody that I follow. She's called Brené Brown. Courage starts with showing up and letting others be seen. And then I have here my 5 top strengths. There's this Gallup Strength Finder test that I take that tells me what are my top strengths. I thought it was great for people to see. I'm a high achiever, I'm a learner, I'm high on responsibility, high on discipline, and I'm a relator. Instantly, it endears people to you. Some people, maybe you have a picture of a book, so that you've just written a book, you've just launched a new product. Your background is a beautiful place, amazing place to actually put that as well. A lot of people don't make use of it, but it's extremely, extremely important piece of space, background photo space to use. Now let's move on to this open to. So we've talked about this, your profile where it is open to. Now, a lot of people don't also know that this is here. If you click on this open to, it says open to finding a new job or open to hiring. If I click on open to finding a new job, let me show you what happens on here. So I click on that. Okay, it brings me here. Tell us the kind of work you are open to, right? You can click the type of work. This is just, you can click up to 5. Workplace, are you on-site or hybrid or remote only? So if you're looking for an only remote job, you can click on that. If you're looking for on-site, click on that. Hybrid, what location? Nigeria is what I have picked. You can click any location on here. Start date, immediately I'm actively applying. Flexible, I'm casually browsing. What type of job are you looking for, etc., etc. Choose who, and then choose who sees you are open. So you can go down and say all LinkedIn members or recruiters only. Recruiters have a specific profile that they open on LinkedIn. So recruiters will only see this, or everybody will see this. Now, if I say all LinkedIn members, And then I add to profile and I close. Automatically, can you see what's happened to my LinkedIn photo? It has a hashtag open to work here. So anyone who's seen my profile, who reads anything interesting in my profile, also sees that I'm open to work. Instantly, they know that I can reach out to her. She's available to work. But let me change that before my board comes after me and says, "Are you really open to work?" So here I can edit it. So let's say I found the job of my dreams. I've edited. I can just delete this from my profile. I'm no longer sharing that I'm open to work. Save. My job preference has been deleted, and it should be deleted. Why is it not deleted? I'm sure that it will update, but I'm saying I'm no longer open. The other place that I like, there's a services point down here. It says services. Can you all see it? I want to be sure that everybody is following me. So under, as we go on here, can you see somewhere where it says services? There will always be this pencil thing, tells you that it is for, yes, okay. So we can see it. It tells you what kind of services you can provide. A lot of people also don't use this. But you click on your edit, that pencil pen allows you to edit. And then you can put the services you provide. So what are some services that you provide? So I'm an MC, I'm an entertainer, I do corporate training, I do some level of consulting. You can add as many services you want, anything that you do. I do cleaning services, babysitting, dog sitting, whatever it is. You can add it in the services provided. And then you talk a little bit about you and why people should, why people should use your services. You also talk about your work location. So here I put, I can work in Nigeria. I'm available to work remotely. Ireti Ayo doesn't have services in her profile. Okay, that's interesting. It should be there. If you don't, you might need to update your LinkedIn. So sometimes you might need to just sort of refresh. But again, I will try and create a crib sheet for everybody to kind of show you where things are. So again, client request, so many things you can do on here, and then you save that. Once you've saved, you see your services page has been updated. It brings you here, you see what this is, you can go back to your profile. What is interesting about your services page is you can actually share it. Once you have updated all of your services, it brings you to this page. You can actually share it with, post this service page, and you can send it to all of your LinkedIn profile. Everybody who's viewing will see the services that you offer, and instantly they can connect with you. I'm trying to keep, okay, we can't find the services. Oluwatobi, you found yours, so that it's not just me. Can you come off mute and tell us how you were able to find yours? Because I want to make sure that everybody can see it as well. Because I want to be, okay, lots of people can't find this. Okay, I want a lot of people to be able to find it. So we have to be able to get everybody to where they can see it. Where are we? So there should be, I'm trying to find a generic. So let me stop sharing for 1 second. I want to find, because I'm already logged in, it's very difficult for me to be able to show you where it is. Oh, some people are using the app. That's why. Thank you so much, Benedict. Thank you for pointing that out. You are correct. So if you are not, a lot of these things, a lot of these edits that I am making are available on the computer using the desktop, not the app. So if you are using the app, you won't be able to see some of these things. To fully update your LinkedIn profile, you need to definitely be on the computer. There's a few things that you can do on the app, but not a lot of things. So please make sure that you are on the computer. The app has a different interface as well. Thank you for that. So make sure the services button should be there. It's usually there, especially if you are in view profile. This is almost like your admin. If you are logged in, one, you need to be logged in as yourself. Make sure that you are logged in and you are on your profile. That's the only way you can see some of these things. So we have optimized your intro section. Now, remember that this introductory is the first thing people see about you. So it has to be punchy. It has to be great. It has to be, powerful. It has to be exciting. People have to be able to understand why I'm there. There's a lot more, but because of time, and I want to open up for questions, I'm going to move very, very quickly. The next set, all these things you see here are analytics, and I will come back and talk about the analytics later. The next section you have here are these featured posts, featured. Now, what featured is are all the posts that you have. If you have, somebody mentioned I have a LinkedIn profile, but I'm not very active. How are people going to know what you're passionate about? It's okay to follow people and repost what people post, but I would say once in a while, try and write something. Once in a while, try and put something original. Try and write something that you're passionate about. Please confirm you can still hear me. I just got my internet connection is stable. I want to be sure. Can I see the comments, please? I think I can hear someone moving, so I assume that you can hear me. Any comments? Any comments? If I don't see comments, I just assume nobody can hear me. Hello. Okay, we can hear you. Thank you so much. Okay, so the featured section is about your post and how do you write a post. So under activity, if you keep scrolling down under activity, you can see here start a post, right? You just click on start a post. What do you want to talk about? You talk about it. You can add a photo. A photo is always good, right? You can add a video. You can add a document. You can add your certificate. So have you just gone through a gruesome training? So for those of you who are WAVE alumni, you've finished from WAVE, you've graduated, you've gotten your certificate, you're now actively looking for a job. Come and write an article about your time at WAVE. Put up your certificate, talk about what you've learned, talk about what you're open to, talk about what you're passionate about. If you're a business owner, you've just gotten your CAC certificate, you've just been registered to do your business, put it up there and tell people about the work that you do, the things that you enjoy doing, tell people about how you are connecting, engage with the post, and then just click on post. What I always say to people is don't just write a post and leave it there. Come back to that post, right? Because it's extremely important that you engage with people who are commenting on your post, thank them, like their post, answer questions, etc. Now, the next section is this about section. Now, see how far down this is on your LinkedIn profile, right? It's quite a way down. It's after the post, it's after the featured. You have this about section. This is your opportunity to sell yourself. I always say to people, if LinkedIn is like, you're a salesperson, you're selling your skills, you're selling why anybody should be interested in you. You have 2,600 characters, an opportunity for you to sell yourself. Now, don't put here the key. I like to use keywords, make it present tense. I am this, I have done this. Share your wins. What have you won? So if you're the kind of person that is saying things like, I helped my last organization save money. I helped my last organization retain staff. I helped them, I introduced a new policy. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about the things that you are passionate about. Tell us about the things that you have done and done extremely well. This is the opportunity for you to do that. This is the opportunity for you to sell yourself. So that's what your about section is. Your experience is really like a CV, right? So your experience here is putting in your jobs. If there's nothing there currently, you just click on this plus button and you can add a position. So let's quickly run through that. You click on the plus button and you can add a position. Here we go, waiting for it to load as I wait for my internet. I think my internet. Looking for my internet to, okay, great. We're here. So You have the opportunity here to add an experience. What is your job title? What's your employment type? Full-time, part-time, self-employed, freelance? What's the company name? What's the location of the company? Start date. If you are currently working there, you don't need to put an end date. That's why you tick this box. I'm currently on the roll. If it's a past role, you uncheck this and you are able to put the end date as well. You can also then put the type of industry and a description. Now, this description is extremely important to me. Why? A lot of us just put our job description here. That's not what this is. This description is exactly the things that you do on your role. In your own words, why should anybody hire you? Make this description interesting, the things that I am responsible for. You can add any skills. So you can add a skill, whatever it is, management, leadership, human resources, whatever skills I have, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word. And you can also add media as well. You can also add media as well to this. And then you click on save. I wanted to read my current role, just to give you an idea of what it is. So I'm the CEO of Wave full-time. I've been there for 3 years. It says here, I'm responsible for setting and implementing the strategic direction and growth of Wave. This involves being able to raise enough money to ensure continuous and smooth operations through a mixture of grants, philanthropy giving, and end revenue. I have been able to successfully raise 100% of our expenditure budget across all the various avenues, and this has deepened my fundraising and proposal writing skills. Instantly, somebody is looking for somebody that can do this. They see that I have the skills there. So make your about, it doesn't have to be very long. Don't just copy and paste your job description on here, but write about the skills and the things that you are doing and the wins that you have had as well. Moving on from your experience page, we move to, I need to come out of here. The next section is your education. You follow the same things that I have just said. You put in your letter. Volunteering. A lot of us don't put volunteering experience on.
Your network is off, Muladi.
Okay, somebody stopped praying. Who's the person that stopped praying? Can you hear me now? I got locked up again.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I've changed my connection, so I'm really hopeful that this is going to be better. I'm really sorry about the connection issues, everybody. But I hope that you're getting something from this. Please let me know if this is helpful, even though the connection is trying to make it not helpful. Okay, thank you all so much. Sorry?
As anytime in train, our connection here in Nigeria flops.
I know. But we keep praying, we keep praying. All right. So I was talking about education. Did you hear me on what I said about the education spot? Make sure you are I was saying that if you're a Wave alumni here, you can put here that you've gone through the Wave training, the skills that you have learned, etc. Volunteering section. A lot of us don't put our volunteering on here. I volunteer in a lot of places. And it's good, it's useful to also put all of the places you volunteer. So if you volunteer in church, put it there. If there's an organization that you volunteer with, put it there. If there's a lifespan of the volunteer, put it there. If there isn't continuous, if you're an associate member of any organization, put it here as well. It's extremely useful. Did you know that 90% of recruiters will always check your LinkedIn profile before they call you to a job? 90%. That means they want to see the kind of person that you are. So if your LinkedIn profile is lean, there's nothing there, it doesn't tell them anything about you. No matter how great your CV looks, if they don't see anything on your LinkedIn profile, that might be the difference between calling you for an interview and not. So it's extremely important that you are upgrading this as possible. Now, skills, there's this skills section. Again, you can edit the skills the same way, add with the plus, edit with the pen. When you add skills, your colleagues can actually endorse those skills. So I used to be a pharmacist in my former life. So when I started, my LinkedIn profile, it was in that former life as a pharmacist. I have put in these skills that I have. And look, I have 21 endorsements for clinical research. I have 12 endorsements for business development. Endorsements are from people that have worked with you and can verify that you have those skills. I have 11 skills listed here, and each one has at least 1, 2, 3 endorsements on those skills. Anybody's looking at this is seeing that I'm not only saying that I have those skills, but there are people that I have worked with that are endorsing the fact that I have those skills. The last section here is called, well, not last, sorry, it's called recommendations. So these are, I have given some team members recommendations. So people can invite you to give recommendations. You can also ask people to recommend you for a job. So use this very wisely. And all you have to do is click on the plus, ask for a recommendation on here. I can personalize my request. Who do you want to ask? So I'm going to ask one of my good friends who was on the call earlier, Folusho Badamosi. She's the Executive Director of Junior Achievement Nigeria. So I want to ask her for a recommendation. I search for her name. I put her on there. I click on continue. What's my relationship? I'm a client. We've worked together. I worked with Folusho in the same group. What was my position at the time? Was it any of these positions that I have here? Let me put here the school, include a personal message. So I would say, now, hi, if you are from Africa, don't use hi for someone senior that you're trying to get a recommendation. It might not fly depending on the culture. But you can say, dear Folusho, if it's somebody who's your peer, dear Mrs. This, I would appreciate it if you would please give me a recommendation, as I am currently job searching, and I know that your recommendation will go a long way in helping me secure a job. Thank you for your time. Best regards. Now, LinkedIn gave me a short message for recommendation. Hi, Folusho. Could you please write me a recommendation? That's so impersonal, right? The person will see it and just think this is a generic message. But I have personalized it. I have mentioned why I want that recommendation. And I click on send. What happens is Folusho will get a message, any request. I can see that some of you are already trying to chat with me here on my LinkedIn. You can see the pop-up, but we'll come to that message later. So Folusho will get a pop-up saying, please recommend me, and she will give a recommendation. When she gives a recommendation, it will show like this. So let me give an example. These are some recommendations that I have given to some of my colleagues. I worked with Yemisi when she was lead of HR at this. These are her strengths. This is what she's able to do, etc. Once I give Yemisi this recommendation, this shows on Yemisi's LinkedIn page for anybody who's trying to sort of hire her. So recommendation sections, one that is not very well used, but it's extremely, extremely important. So I'm looking to start a new business. I'm looking to sell my products. So for you who are running businesses, if you have clients who are on LinkedIn, ask them to give you a recommendation to talk about your products so that others can see that I've used their products and their services and it's effective. Then languages, what languages did you speak? I wish I spoke more, but I have here English, Yoruba. Let's be proud of our native language who are Nigerian, because you just never know. They might just need a Yoruba interpreter in the French embassy. and they've looked at your skills and they've seen that, this person, I love the skill set that they have. And you know what? They can speak Yoruba. We're about to do a Yoruba showcase. Let's hire her. So you speak French, you speak Spanish, whatever it is, you need to put your languages here. You just never know how it might be helpful. Then interests as well. What are you interested in? It shows up on here. And then causes. So I'm very big on economic empowerment and education. And that's where these are. So this in a brief nutshell, and we still have about 45 minutes or so. So we'll talk about some other things. But this in a brief nutshell is the entirety of your LinkedIn profile from A to Z. One last thing that I want to do before I take some very quick questions on this section is this your public profile or URL. Now, LinkedIn automatically gives you a URL, which is this thing up here. You're still looking at my screen. However, it is very long. It doesn't have your name in it. But if you look at the top right, you will see this edit profile picture, edit public profile and URL. Click on it. Thumbs up if you can see it, please. I want to make sure that you can see it. Thumbs up if you can see it. Thumbs up if you can see that section. I want to be sure that everybody can see that section that I've just clicked on. Please let me know that you can. I'm still waiting for the thumbs up. This is how I'm checking that everybody is still here with me. Okay. I see Sadiq's hand. I see, okay, great. So you can now edit your custom URL. How do you do that, right? Personalize the URL for your profile. You see this here. Click on this little pencil again. Automatically at the end, you can just delete everything that is there and just put your name, which is exactly what I have done. So before you had gibberish, you had gender, you had letters, you had numbers. So delete that and just put your name. I separated mine by a hyphen, so people know what my first name and my last name is. So if you're on your computer, if you're already there, do that straight away. Remove all of that gibberish that is there and put your name, Molade.Adeni, and then just click on save. Once you save, that is already there, and automatically that becomes your LinkedIn URL. You can copy and paste that. It's short, it's easy, people can find you easily, etc. You can also do some other things. You can make your profile public or private if you want to. Your photo, like I said, only your first degree connections can see it, or everybody can see it, or those that you have connected to, etc. There's so many other things you can do here. The time is definitely not enough for us to go through everything, but just know that there is so much that you can do on here. So I've edited my profile. Okay, you want me to come again. On which one now? Tell me, on the URL. Master Daniels, is it the URL you want me to come again? Please confirm. Yes. Okay, so let me try and go back. I want to go back so that you can see how I got here. So under me, go to your view profile, which is where you should already be. On the right hand of your screen, you can see where it says edit public profile and URL. You click on that edit public profile and URL. It brings you here to your public profile settings. And then here again, to the right of your screen, you see edit your custom URL, sorry. Click on the edit button and then just add your name. So here, where this box is, put your name. Instead of right now, if you haven't updated it ever, it would just have letters, numbers, etc. But you can actually edit it to put your name. Once you're done, save. And that's your public profile edited and done. Okay, great. Thank you, Benedict. Thank you, Master Daniels. The other thing you can do is add profile in another language. I've never used this before, but imagine you're applying for a job that is only French. They only speak French, they only listen to French. You can pick whatever language you want on here. And then just click on save, and automatically your profile will change in that language. Therefore, anybody, you can send that to somebody who may not understand English. So LinkedIn is such a powerful tool. It allows you to do many, many things. And this is just the basic, by the way. We're talking about the basic. Maybe we'll do another masterclass on the premium of LinkedIn. I don't even have premium LinkedIn because the basic allows you to do so much. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for now. We still have time for this class, but I wanted to just stop and take some questions or comments from anybody before we move on to how do I use LinkedIn to find a job? How do I optimize my LinkedIn profile to find a job? So any questions or any comments from anybody? If you do, please raise your hands and we will allow you to ask those questions. I think we can take about 2 questions now before we move on. Any questions? Any questions? Taiwo, please go ahead.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, Taiwo. Please increase your volume.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, Taiwo. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, this LinkedIn, like since you have been explaining, let me say, I've not been following with the editing as you are doing. Though I've just been watching because I've not been able to have a separate computer to do that.
Okay.
So my question now is concerning those things we need to edit on our profile. Like, does it have to do with we updating the app? Because there are certain features that I couldn't find on the app. So maybe I need to update the app. I should just maybe make use of the normal
Computer.
browser.
So yes, browser on the desktop is the best way to update your LinkedIn. There's a lot more features on the desk.
So I shouldn't make use of the phone to do that, right?
No, I would advise everybody to use the desktop for their updating. So find a desktop, you need about maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, sit down and just say, today, I'm doing my LinkedIn profile, I'm updating it, and then use that. The app will allow you to do some things, right? The app will allow you to do some things, but not everything. The computer allows you to do a lot more features. We will upload the video so that hopefully people can follow as well. You can pause, so when you have the video where it's uploaded, you can stop, pause, and do that when you have a bit more time.
Okay, that's okay. You have answered the question, because I really want to ask for that question that you just answered. So
Great.
okay, no problem.
Thank you, Taiwo.
Thank you.
Faye, I see your question about internship roles. Yeah, so you can add internship roles. It's experience. Remember that section in LinkedIn says experience. It doesn't say job. It doesn't say full time. And actually, when you're adding your experience, let me quickly go. Let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing this so that I can show you. Let me go back to my LinkedIn page. Where's my LinkedIn page here? So under experience, yes, if you click on add a position, there's a section here that says the employment type. Can you see? Full-time, part-time, self-employed, freelance, contract, internship, apprenticeship, seasonal. So you can add any of this to there, and you should add any of that to there. Even if what you do is like babysit at the weekend, it's an experience, add it to that as well. Another question that I see here, you said we should write about our interest. Should it be in line with our natural interest or in line with your job role we are applying for? So Uche, to your question, in the about section, I would like for you to write about skills that are in line with your personal interest, but also skills that are in line with the job. So if your main reason for being on LinkedIn right now is to find a job, You need to make sure that your interests are in line with the job. So LinkedIn profile is like a CV. You can update it, you can change it, you can add, remove things. It's not static. It's not that once you put it there, you can't change anything again. You need to definitely do that. And at the bottom, I talked about skills here as well, right? You can actually add, you know, both vocational and non-vocational skills. If you're an artist, you paint, you draw, you can add that to here as well. So put a mix. A lot of employers are looking for people that are well-rounded. We're not just looking for people who are just, all they know is book, all they know is just to do accounting or to do typewriting. We're looking for people who are also personable, people who have other skills that show that, you know, they can mix well with people. If you're a WAVE alumni, we talk a lot about soft skills. So anything you have that also shows that soft skills, put that in there as well. I'll take one more question, Happiness, and then we'll move on to the job section part. Happiness, go ahead. Please unmute yourself. Happiness? If you're speaking, Happiness, I can see you're muted, but we can't hear you. So maybe type your question in the chat box, Happiness. Thank you, Happiness. So here are the slides that I said I would share. Everything that I have talked about earlier, I put them all here in the chat, including some tips for the summary section and about optimizing your profile, experience section tips, and some other things to note as well. So you will get to have those. Now, how do I use LinkedIn to find a job? Let's talk about that in the next few minutes or so. Everybody, can you still hear me? I need to keep checking the pulse because of my connection. Please let me know you can still hear me. Great, awesome. So first of all, what I wanted to say was, wherever you are doing a job search, there are certain things that are critical that you must have in place. Your mindset. What kind of mindset do you have around jobs? Around looking for work? Are you really ready for work? A lot of people say, I want to work, but they are not really ready for work. So you need to sort out your mindset, first of all. Update your CV, both on your LinkedIn profile and other ways. I will show you how, if you update your LinkedIn profile very well, how you can actually extract a CV from LinkedIn. You need to be self-aware. What skills do I have and what skills do I not have? You need to know, I'm looking for a job as a executive assistant, but I don't have this. What are the skills that an executive assistant needs? And what are the skills that I don't have? What are the ones I have and what are the ones that I don't have? And then begin to develop those skills. Whilst you are waiting to get a job, volunteer. There's a volunteer role going, volunteer. It adds to your CV, buffs it up. Of course, transportation cost is important. So find a volunteer position, an internship position close to where you live. And lastly, I want to say network and be visible. LinkedIn is a way to do that. So I talked about writing posts, writing articles, talking about the things that you're passionate about. And that's how people find people on LinkedIn. When you hear people say, I got a job on LinkedIn, it's not by magic. It's not because they just opened a profile on LinkedIn and someone found them. It's because they were visible. And how were they visible? Can you all still hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, great. How were they visible? They were visible by talking about the things that they're passionate about. They were visible about sharing the certification courses that they did and what they learned from it and how they're hopeful to use it. So again, be visible, network, join groups on LinkedIn, etc. Now let's talk about jobs section on LinkedIn. I'm going to go back to my LinkedIn profile for everybody to see. Please, a thumbs up if you can see my LinkedIn profile and if you're following me. We're going to be wrapping up. I wish we had more time. We're going to be wrapping up very quickly. Please, thumbs up. You can see my LinkedIn profile. Thank you, Bisiga. I see your thumbs up. Thank you. So when you come to your jobs, when you want to apply for a job, On the top bar here, you can see here where it says jobs, right? Where it says jobs. I need you to click on that, jobs. It brings you to here. Now, because my profile is filled, LinkedIn recommends some jobs for me based on the skill sets that I said I have, based on my last job title. There's recommendations here. So if you go here, you'll see that it recommended some jobs for you. Already, that's a great place to be, right? If you look at this bar on your left, I talked about using LinkedIn to create your CV. There's this place called Resume Builder. My cursor is on it currently, Resume Builder. You click on that Resume Builder. It brings you here. Oops. It brings you here to Resume Builder. You have two options. If you have a resume that you have on your computer, you can upload that resume. Or you can create the resume from your profile, from your LinkedIn profile. So I click on create from profile. I can skip this. Choose. I don't need to put a desired, job title. I can just skip this for now. And look, voila. Here's my resume. My name, country, my email address. Can you see why it's important to have had your email address? If you put your telephone number will show. My LinkedIn profile. It talks about my summary, my experience. Education is here. My skills, any honors or any awards if I had any. And I can just download it as a PDF. So I click on download as a PDF. It downloads onto my computer and I can open it up. So I'm going to stop sharing because I want to show you what it opens up as. So this is my CV that has been downloaded for me. So it's built my CV based on the experience, tells me where I've worked with my skill sets. It tells me my education, all the different places that I have worked, the certification that I have received, and it talks about skills. So automatically, I have a 4-page CV, a 4-page, what's it called, resume for me, just by making sure that my LinkedIn profile is updated. So that's another reason why you need to update your CV, right? Another reason why you need to update your CV. So let me go back to my LinkedIn profile. So that's Resume Builder. I can download it. I have that on here. I can also, it's saved, it would always be on there. My resumes, everything is on there, etc., etc. So I can also then now go back. I go back to the job section. What are some other things that are amazing about this job section? I can demonstrate skills. So I click on demonstrate skills. I can take a skill assessment. So under skills assessment, if you click on it, it takes you to what is known as LinkedIn Learning. I can take an assessment on Microsoft Office, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. I can search a lot more assessments. If I pass this assessment, it automatically adds it to my LinkedIn profile that I have a badge which shows that I am competent in this. And there's millions, trust me, there's millions of assessments on here. And the beauty about these assessments is if I fail for whatever reason, it also gives me links to online training that I can go through on this assessment. So there's so much that, this LinkedIn allows us to do. Please confirm that you can still see it, because I don't know if LinkedIn is opening up another page for me. I'm not sure. Can you still see the job section that I'm on? Yes, you can. Okay. Now, for those of you who say, okay, now I found a job, but my internet prep is very rusty. My first advice to you is to come to Wave. We will help you prep for interviews through our training. But if you can't join, there's this interview prep here on LinkedIn. LinkedIn actually has this 20-something questions. Tell me about yourself. It tells you about the question. There's some sample answers, which unfortunately you can only unlock with premium, but don't worry about that. There's also some videos here at the bottom. You can click on the video, how to approach this question. It talks about it, and then it gives you some tips here on how to address this question. Why should we hire you? What is your greatest weakness? What is your greatest strength? And so on and so forth. So just by coming here, it gives you questions that you can practice and be ready. The other thing that I love is this tell me about yourself. It says practice and get feedback. So you can actually record a video of yourself telling them about yourself or write a response, and you will get a feedback that tells you this is what you can do better. This is a service that LinkedIn provides for everybody. And so many people don't even know that it is there. Record a video talking about yourself or write or a written response, and somebody in their backend would, you know, through AI, through machine learning, through all of that, will respond and give you tips on how to improve that question. Isn't that great? And it is there for every single question that is on there. So back to jobs. Let's go back to jobs. I've talked about resume. Then there's also this job seeker guidance that a lot of people don't use. So again, everything that I've talked about and more, I want to improve my LinkedIn profile page. There's a video here for you that talks about, I'm sure they even expand more into what it is. I want to use LinkedIn to network or find a job. There's a video here that tells you what to do. And then there are related courses that are free for you as well to attend. Checklist of best practices of getting a job. Look at all of the information that is on here already. All this information free at your fingertips, but a lot of us don't make use of it at all. So the job section under LinkedIn is amazing. So much there for you to curate. I'm a job seeker. I can search for a job. So I come here to jobs. And I want to search for a job. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. My apologies. Jobs, job profile, job seekers, green jobs, more jobs. These are all the job recommendations that it has for me. Job alerts. These are some of the job alerts that I have picked up on, and I click on done. Why can't I all of a sudden find, somebody help me, my brain has gone, you know, this is how we're helping each other. I can't find where to search for a job all of a sudden. Oh, work. No, it's not work. No, this is for work. Somebody help me, my brain has gone blank all of a sudden. Who's helping me out? I was so sure that it was here, but I seem to have lost it all of a sudden. Why can't I see my jobs and how to apply for a job? And that is something that I need for you guys to see for sure. I will get it. I will get it. All right. Give me a second while I search for that. But while I'm doing that, can I please have somebody ask questions? If there's any questions that you have that you would like for me to answer, this is your opportunity to please ask me any questions that you may have. Any questions from anybody? So I'm back on my home screen. This is the home screen here. Can you see where it says search jobs? So go back to home screen, everybody. Need to go back to your home screen. Search jobs, find opportunities for more than 30 million companies. Thumbs up when you're there. Thumbs up. I can see the search jobs. It's on the home screen, on my home screen. So home, where the little house is, to the left, I can see my picture is there. There is a search jobs. I'm not moving on until I see the thumbs up. At least somebody has found it. I want to be sure. Thank you, Aristotle. Thank you, thank you. You click on that search jobs. It takes you to a new page. So I'm going to have to share the new page that it has taken me to. It takes you to here. You can see search by title, skill, or company. You can change the country that you are searching in. So I want to search in Nigeria. I want to search in UK. You can even come down to Lagos. You only want Lagos jobs. Change the country, change the state. I'm looking for, let me say, business development. I want that to be in the title. I need it to be in Nigeria, and I want to click on search. I click on search. It tells me this is a senior product manager. It's in Lagos State. It's a full-time job. It was posted 2 weeks ago. I can already see that. I can read about the company. Is it something that I like? Let's say it's something that I like. Instantly on LinkedIn, you can apply. Through this apply button, you click on apply. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and reshare because it takes you to a different place. But it takes you to somewhere else. I can apply for this job here. Sometimes you need to set up, a profile on this link, but you can apply for the job by clicking on here and following all of the steps. And automatically, you have lots and lots of jobs that you can apply to. There are over 30 million. You can spend all of the time applying for different types of jobs or even researching about organizations. So look on here, all these jobs that match business development, all of these jobs match different, business development. I can apply on there. It also tells me, if you see this job here, I don't know if you can see how big this is, but it tells me here on this small space that my profile matches this job. So it tells me it's an easy apply. My profile matches this job. It tells me this company is actively recruiting. It means they're actively looking for people, and so on and so forth. So there's lots of opportunities here. You can spend a whole day just looking at it. And you can look by date posted. So if I only want jobs that are posted in the past week, I just click on jobs posted in the past week because I know that they will still be live. And again, it shows me 4 days ago, one connection works here. So I can also see that somebody I'm connected to works in this place. I can contact them. Yes.
Okay, so someone on the group chat just dropped that you are too fast.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Taiwo. Let me try and slow down. I'm conscious of time. So what I was saying with this job section here is, let me start again. You come to this job section. Let me start again from how we got here. Because I feel like this is possibly important. You are in your home, this home button, scroll down, you see here that says search for jobs. I click on search jobs. I'm stopping my screen because it opens another page for me and I want you to see the page. It takes you to another page. So this is the page it brings me to of search jobs. In this box here, I can type. So somebody tell me, anybody tell me, what should I search for? Let me search for something that somebody is looking for. What kind of job are you looking for? Anybody, type it in the chat room. The first one that I see is what I will search for. Anybody? Hospitality is what I saw. So hospitality is very broad, but hospitality is there. You can see hospitality. And I'm based in Nigeria, right? But I can change this if I want to. Let's say, for instance, I only want jobs in Lagos because I don't want to travel. I can also change this to Lagos State, Nigeria. And it automatically searches for you. So for who was the first? Master Daniels, hospitality jobs based in Nigeria. It tells me that Sujimoto is looking for a hospitality sales executive. I can click on it, and this is it here. It tells me it's a mid to senior level role. These are the number of employees. This is the job description, and I can click on apply. Now, if I'm looking for entry level, I can do certain things. Maybe I'm not quite mid to senior yet. On this top bar again, I can click on experience level and say, okay, I'm only looking for entry level jobs. It narrows it down. Automatically, I'm no longer looking at 34 results. I'm looking at 11. So entry level, I say show results. So it automatically now says these are the jobs that are available entry level. A sales representative at George Houston Resources based in Lagos. I can read the job title. The location is Victoria Island. It's full-time, it's industry. This is the job duties. This is the qualifications. This one even has salary and free lunch and accommodation. This is the application closing date. This is a bit about the company. Instantly, if this applies, if this appeals to me, I can just click on apply. Again, I'm going to stop screen share because it takes me to another screen. How do I apply for this job? This is where this job is. You can see sales representative at George Houston. Again, the job is there, job description, everything is there. Application closes deadline. The method of application. Interested and qualified candidates should send their CV to this at this using sales representative as the subject. Instantly, I go back to my LinkedIn profile, get my CV because I've now updated it with all the relevant skills. And I send an email to talent@georgehoustonresources.com. I use the subject sales representative and voila, I've applied for that job. So let me go back again to the LinkedIn page. I told you there's going to be a lot of going back and forth here. And I'm trying to go slower. Taiwo, I hope I'm slower for you now. Please confirm. Please confirm, Taiwo, that I'm slower and you can hear me. And then because there's only 11 jobs, I'll put entry level. There's only, a few jobs. I can actually look at all of them and apply to as many as I want to apply to in one day. I can apply to as many as I want to. And that's how you find a job on LinkedIn. There's resume builders, like I've talked about. You can use all of these, right? All of these things up here. I've done entry level, date posted in the past week. If I want it to be very relevant, you see that it goes down to just 4. If there's a particular company that I'm looking for, I can do it that way. If there's a job type, all of these roles are full-time. But if some of them were part-time will also exist. If I'm looking for on-site, remote, hybrid, I can pick all these filters. I show the results and automatically it comes up. I can read through every single one of them and I can apply. And that is how easy it is to apply for a job using LinkedIn. A lot, and let me tell you this, a lot of businesses use LinkedIn to post their jobs, their job ads. I've come back again to this job section. Remember this tab here. One way, like I've said, if you're not an online learner, speak to any of us. Ask us, how can I join one of the WAVE training programs? We talk about interview prep. We talk about helping you do your CV and your profile. We talk about soft skills that you need to get you excited and to get you onto a job and to get you staying on the job. All of this we have, but LinkedIn also has it online as well. So let me pause. I feel like I have said a lot. A LinkedIn class, honestly, you can do it in a whole week and you're still not done. The last thing that I will talk about actually before I pause, and we'll use the last 20 minutes or 15 minutes to take questions, is this messaging button up here. When people connect with you and people send you messages, someone might find you on LinkedIn. It's important that you look at this messages tab. Lots of people send messages to say hello, to say hi, to connect with you. Make sure you are looking at the messages and you are responding. Notifications is another one. Notifications, invitations. So people, I mean, you can see that I'm all caught up. I always look at my invitations, who's trying to follow me, who has accepted my invitation. This is a way to also build your followership as well. The slides, like I say, also give more information. So I will pass that on to the alumni team who will be in touch with you. So let me pause and let me open it up for questions. Questions, comments, anyone who's still saying, you know, I've done this already, what more can I do? I would love to take a couple of questions. Idara, do I have time? Can you tell me how much more time I have for questions so we can keep this succinct?
Okay, so for questions, 10 minutes.
Okay,
10 minutes.
so we'll have about 10 minutes for questions, guys. So please let me raise your hand or type your questions to. Oh, we have a testimonial from Kabiru. I'd love to read that out. Thank you, Kabiru, for reading, for sharing this. He says, thanks to God Almighty, thanks to Wave. I actually got my present job via LinkedIn after the call center training with Wave. I have said it severally and will continue to do so. We need more of this kind of efforts by other people. Thank you, Wave. Thank you so much, Kabiru. Please, let's make sure we capture that feedback and let's use it, team. Kabiru, you have just made my day. Taiwo, go ahead. Go ahead, please ask your question.
Thank you so much, Madam Maladi, for your explanation as regards finding a job on LinkedIn. I really appreciate your efforts. So, my question is, let's say, for instance, as regards the issue of maybe you want to get a job, maybe you, for instance, I studied this admin and maybe I want to apply for another role, maybe a tech role or an accounting role, then, and you showed us something there about taking a course or something. So should, in case I want to opt out to do something else outside of what I studied, so how do I, like, or what's your advice as regard that? Is this something that is this something I can do, or what's your advice about this?
So let me get your question right. You want to do something else outside of what you studied?
Yes. Let's say, for instance, I'm interested in something else. What's your advice about?
But do you
that,
have the skills for this something else? Is the first question that I would ask you, Tyler. If you have the skills, so for instance, let me use me as an example. I studied pharmacy in school. I'm a pharmacist, and I did work as a pharmacist for many years. However, my interest in pharmacy started to dwindle. I realized that I was more interested in empowerment. I was more interested in education. I was more interested in mentorship and coaching. And I wanted to build a career along that line. First of all, because I had done pharmacy for so long, I knew I needed to build my skills in coaching, in mentorship. I needed to build my skills in the sector of education, in being able to connect with people. So I started to do courses along that line. And I started to use my LinkedIn profile to talk about some of the work that I do. So let me again share my LinkedIn profile with us all, just to kind of give you an idea. So let me go to my profile. Let me go to my posts, activities, show all activity. I talk a lot about the work that I do. I like people's posts, etc. But I talk also, sorry, I can look at my own particular posts just to show you. So this, for instance, was a post I did about the Wave Academy. I talk a lot about the things as a social entrepreneur. This is me talking about fundraising. I remember in my profile and my about, I talked about how I'm passionate about fundraising, how I think it's something that I do well. I share some articles and some tips for people on how to do fundraising. So for you, the question I will ask is, if you want to veer away from something that is that you didn't study in school. One, what are you doing to build those skills? And how are you letting people know that you have those skills? The best way, or one way to do it, is through your LinkedIn posts, talking about the things that you do, I attended a training on this. I now have the skills to be able to do this, etc., etc. How much of that are you doing? And that is one way you can begin to build the capital. Somebody says they're not hearing anymore. Ifeoluwa, please can anybody confirm? Can anybody hear me?
I hear you, Maladi.
Maladi,
Okay.
I
It's
can
better
hear
now.
you.
It's better now.
Okay, so Ifeolu, I think you might need to log out and try again. So again, it's okay to change your trajectory. Now, today I'm no longer working as a pharmacist, but I have been able to, and I continue to build my skills. I continue to ask myself, how can I be better at managing people? How can I be better at leading people? How can I be better at coaching in the education sector? How can I be better at the jobs that I do? So build your skills, share it on LinkedIn, share the skills. You'll get a new certificate, share it on LinkedIn. Now people begin to recognize you for those new skills, not just what you have on your CV as education. And that's how you begin to get out of that trap of, this is the only thing that I know how to do. I hope that that's helpful, Taiwo.
Yes,
Let me take some more questions. Bidemi, how can one join? Wave, the team will reach out to you. Please reach out to Bidemi. Olayinka says, I'm not searching for a job because I'm an event planner. How do I get jobs on LinkedIn? Again, Olayinka, I don't know when you joined the session, but the best way for you to get jobs on LinkedIn, use LinkedIn, especially if you do professional. Remember, LinkedIn is a professional networking site. If you do professional jobs as an event planner, so you plan corporate events, etc., talk about the corporate event. Of course, with you, you may need to take permission from your clients that you can share pictures, but share about the jobs that you do. And then start talking about event planning 101, for instance. What makes an event great? Here are my 5 top tips on event planning, and talk about those things. You're educating others, but people begin to see that you know your job, you know your onions, and you'll be surprised. People begin to reach out to you if you share the work. And I know that we all use Instagram for these things, and Instagram is great. I'm not going to downplay Instagram. Interestingly, some of the posts I have on LinkedIn, I also put them on Instagram as well. But with your LinkedIn, if you're looking for more professional networks, just begin to talk about the work that you do. So I'm an event planner. These are my 5 top tips on event planning, or these are the no-nos for event planning. Then people begin to see you know what to do, and then they can hire you. But it can't be one post. It can't be 2 posts. You have to be consistent about it, sharing the work that you do. You go for a new certification online, post it. Oh, I've just attended this world-class training on event planning, and this is what I'm hoping to use for this world planning. So that applies to anybody who's running a business. You can use LinkedIn to also talk about your business. I hope that helps. Okay, thank you, Infinix, for sharing how you're going to be using things in this class. So Faye asks, in LinkedIn Learning, license and certification is compulsory to place a skill on LinkedIn profile. That is not, I don't understand that question, Faye. So I might need you to come on off mute to explain. Christopher, I'm a Wave alumni and I'm a professional waiter. How can I use LinkedIn to get a job outside of Nigeria? As a professional waiter, again, you need, the best way to use LinkedIn, guys, is to don't look at LinkedIn as something you visit once a year. LinkedIn is a continuous engine. Keep talking about what it is that you are doing. Share pictures of you doing your work. If you're a professional waiter and your organization gives you an award, so you win the most responsible or the most whatever, the best waiter of the year, put it on LinkedIn. Share that's how you're sharing your certificate, your accolades. People begin to see it. When you are looking for a job, tap wherever it is that you are looking for. You may not get a job outside of Nigeria. You may, but visibility. Remember that one of the tips I gave is networking and visibility. Join groups. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention, Olayinka. There are groups on LinkedIn that you can join. You can join a group that will, Event Planners Association or something. You can join professional waiters, and there will be a group that speaks to you. So join that group as well. Okay, I think everybody's just sharing their names now and all of that. Do I have any more questions? Feyi, I would love for you to come off mute and explain your question a little bit more. If that is possible, it would be great to be able to help you answer your questions. And if there's any other questions that anybody has as well, please let me know, and I will take those questions. So let me quickly talk to you about joining groups, because I didn't talk about that, and I think that might be interesting to some people based on the train of thought. So let's go back to our LinkedIn profile. Again, this top tab here, you see where it says, oops. You see where it says my network, right? Click on my network. You come here, manage my network. You can see your contacts, your connections, following followers, etc., etc. Groups, click on groups here. Click on groups. These are the groups that I currently am a part of. But if you scroll to the bottom, you can search. Click on this search other trusted communities that share and support your goals. So there are many groups here, but I can search for a group. I can add filter to help me if I want to, but here I can search for all the different groups that I want to be a part of. And if I click on the group, I can join. Automatically, when you go to the group, it clicks on join. If it's a private group, they have to accept you. Some groups are open and you can just join that way. So look at, there's so much in LinkedIn that we do not benefit from. And sometimes it takes just spending a couple of hours on LinkedIn and you're good to go. Feyi has reposted the question. Let me see. In LinkedIn Learning, license and certification is compulsory to put a skills learned on LinkedIn Learning in your LinkedIn profile. That is not in line with the skill set that you have. Okay, I don't think you're asking a question. I think you're making a statement that license and certification is compulsory. I'm still not sure. Taiwo, I will take you, and then I would have to end the session because we are fast spent on our time. But Taiwo, the last question goes to you, and then Idara, I will hand over to you. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Madam Molabi. So my question is, I want you to briefly run through this. We talk about being visible on LinkedIn. So I want you to just quickly give us a rundown about being visible on LinkedIn. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so being visible on LinkedIn is simple. It just means, have you just set up a profile and the profile is just there? If there's no activity on your LinkedIn post, your name doesn't pop up for people. People don't see you. So being visible means you can be visible by doing certain things. Reading other people's posts, liking it, commenting, not just liking, but commenting on their posts. So let me open my LinkedIn profile again. I think that's one of the best ways to show you this. So this is my LinkedIn profile. If you go to here, activity, you can see show all activity. These are all the activities that I have been doing. This was just this morning, I believe. Or last night, I saw this post by this organization, Educate. I liked the post, and it says here, see, Molade Adeni commented on it. I commented on the post. Congratulations. It's somebody that I know that runs this organization. That way, it will come up on the feed of those that I see. This is another post. I like this one. I liked the post. This is one of the people who really showed me how to use LinkedIn was Oyedamola Johnson. I attended a training program a while back. I liked his post. I liked Folake's post. I said congratulations to her. Now, this is a post that I made. I wrote this post. I wrote this article. I talked about the work that we do at Wave. I gave some tips in my post. The more you do this, a lot of people will engage with your post, will comment on your post, etc., etc. So that's how you become visible. When you like people's posts, you comment on people's posts, you reshare things, you talk about the work that you do. That's how you become visible. People begin to see you and see the work that you do. So sharing articles, this was something that I shared, and I also made a comment on that as well. This is, another post that I made specifically to talk about. So what are you doing? How are you engaging with your audience? Another article that I wrote. So what I mean by being engaging is being visible is you can't just put up your profile and just sleep and just leave it and think it would work for you. You have to update your profile. You have to share stories, share your successes, your wins, your achievements. It's professional. So please don't go out on a Friday night and you are dancing to Ashake with a group of friends and you are posting you and your friends having a wild time on LinkedIn. That's not what that profile is for. Go to Instagram and do that. Even though I strongly advise against putting anything online that in 10 years you will regret having online. But LinkedIn is strictly professional. So talk about your work, share stories. If you read an article that you find extremely interesting, bring that article onto LinkedIn and just ask your audience or your followers, what do they think about this article? Your first one, don't expect many likes. Sometimes it's not about the likes, it's about the visibility. The more you share, the more you will be visible out there. The last thing that I wanted to share, actually, I said I was going to talk about this analytics. There's this analytics section that everybody has on their profile. So it tells me that, and it's only private to you, I've had 227 profile views in the past 7 days. The things that I have posted has had over 3,000 impressions. And I have appeared in 37 searches. If you click on these 37 searches, for instance, you can see top companies where where searchers work for, the top job titles that my name came up as a search. Accountant is interesting. I don't sort of have any accounting background, but it gives you an idea of who's looking at you, what are they looking at you for, etc., etc. You can also see profile views. Who is viewing your profile? It gives you an idea of profile views in the last 90 days. You can see where they are. You can see who they are, etc. You can message them. You can connect with them. So there's so much to do on LinkedIn for visibility. Okay, my time is gone. I want to first of all start off by saying thank you to everybody for joining. Happiness, I see your hand. Please put your comment in the chat and I'll try to answer it. But I want to say thank you to everybody for joining. This 2-hour session is nowhere near enough to really dig deep into LinkedIn, but I hope that we have been able to share some basic things about LinkedIn to get you started today. Your homework is simple and you don't have to hand in this homework. But I can look at the participants list and once in a while I can pop into your LinkedIn profile. I want each and every one of you to go back and update your LinkedIn profile. Make sure it's up to date. Refresh it as well. If it is, I try to refresh my LinkedIn profile every 3 months. This is just the information part. But I try to see if I can put up a post every week, every other week, something. I go on LinkedIn. I actually have scheduled in my calendar 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour every day to go through LinkedIn. Because with LinkedIn, you can find new articles. Maybe there's a problem you have been trying to tackle. Somebody might just be talking about it. There's something that I've been dealing with for a while with work. And I bumped on somebody who was doing something similar on LinkedIn and I reached out. So you spend some time. If you like Instagram, split your time. Do 30 minutes on Instagram, do 30 minutes on LinkedIn. The amount of information up there is amazing. So the homework is go and update your LinkedIn profile. Make sure your information is up to date. Put a background photo, put a profile photo, sell yourself. Start thinking of articles that you can write. And your articles don't have to be long. It could be very short. My top tips on people management, the things that I learned today about patience, whatever it is, just put it on there. And I look forward to us all moving to the next stages in our career, in our business, and in our personal lives through LinkedIn. Thank you all very much. I've enjoyed myself thoroughly. I hope that you have as well. Idara, I'm going to hand back over to you to close us out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Maladi, for that insightful session. It was very energetic. I hope everybody had fun like the way I did. It was a very exciting session. I learned a lot from LinkedIn. I did not know that LinkedIn has upgraded in such ways that Maladi explained. So before Maladi goes, as a way of saying thank you, we would like to hear one or two people come off mute and share their learnings for the session. So what did you learn? What stood out to you? What significant things stood out to you for this workshop? So just one or two people, just come off mute and share your learnings for this session. So anybody that wants to go first can just come off mute without raising up their hands. Thank you. Just share your learnings. What stood out to you for this session? Okay, please can you say your name? Your phone is it's Infinix Smart 5 that is showing. So can you your name and what stood out to you? Can you come again?
It was a nice because a little bit at school.
Okay, can you tell me can you say your name again? You're cracking, your network is cracking.
It's the network that is bad. Elizabeth Asukwa is my name.
Okay, nice meeting you, Elizabeth. So can you share with us your learning for the session?
Yes, it has been over 5 years I've joined LinkedIn, but I couldn't do much. I just registered and once in a while, I just walk in and came out. But I didn't even know how to join the groups. I've been trying to join several groups, but I didn't know exactly how to do it. But in today's section, at least I've learned a lot on how to update my profile and even how to join the group that will make me to be more visible. So it was a great time with these lectures. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the Academy.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I'm so happy that you saw how you can be visible on LinkedIn now. So does anybody else want to share their learning? Anybody want to go next after Elizabeth?
All right. Good day, everyone.
Good day, Taiwo.
Thanks to the opportunity to learn about LinkedIn, how to update our profile. So I was not able to do much with LinkedIn, even though I've opened my profile for quite some time now. But through Moladi's efforts, carrying us through the updating of LinkedIn and how it can become visible. So I was able to understand even that there's an opportunity for us to take a course.
Taiwo, are you saying anything? Hello, Taiwo. Taiwo, are you there? Okay, so I think Taiwo has a problem with his network, so I'll just go ahead and share my learnings. So one thing that stood out to me in this session is the fact that you can practice interview questions. Please, can you be quiet, please? Thank you. Okay, so it's how you can practice interview questions, which I did not have an idea that LinkedIn had templates for interview questions that you can practice. Please, can you be quiet, please? Close the door. Thank you. I'm sorry about the distraction. Yes, so that's something that stood out to me. And for job search as well, how you can pick what kind of job you want, whether it's hybrid, remote, or a full-time physical job. That's also another thing that stood out to me. But overall, I just appreciate you, Molade. Thank you so much for creating time. I know that you have a very busy schedule, but somehow you created time for this and you made it a very practical session, which everybody is even giving testaments to. So everybody stayed glued. So I just want to say thank you so much, Molade. So we've come to the end of our session, but before we log out, for those people that haven't shared their details, what I mean by details is your name, your phone number, network provider, the job that if you're currently employed, unemployed, or self-employed. If you're employed, I would like to know your job role and what organization you work for, please. If you haven't dropped that, please kindly do so. And also for people that would like to rewatch this video, the link of the YouTube link will be shared because it's live streamed on YouTube. So the link for the live stream will be shared to you. So if you would like it to be shared, you can drop your email as well so that we can send it to you personally via your email, the YouTube link as well. So before we close, that's the end of our session. Okay, so I've seen you email Hansen. I've seen that you've dropped your email. So we're taking note of everything. So if you like to rewatch the session, you can just share your emails. But overall, I would like to say thank you so much for those that stayed from the beginning to the end of the session. I truly appreciate. Thank you for coming out, for showing up, and for being active in this session as well. Thank you so much. So we've come to the end of our workshop. So this is where we say bye-bye till next workshop. And also, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance as well. Okay, so I don't know if Melody is still on the call. Okay, so I've seen your question, Francis. So can you drop your, okay, because I'm very sure that you dropped your number, so I'm going to forward this question to Molade, then she can send you, then I can now forward her answer to you, because I think she has logged off the call. Francis, is that okay? Okay, thank you very much, Francis. Okay, so I'm about to end the session. Thank you so much for those. So those people that are here, do you want to stay with us to the end of today? And also, if you haven't dropped your email or your information, kindly do so before you log off. Thank you. Kabiru, Huda, Happiness, do you have anything, any additional thing? Why you you're still on the call? I'm waiting for all of you to leave so I can log off as well.